Once upon a time.
Hello. Do you know what I've got here? I've just been out into the garden and picked them off the tree. I just felt like something to eat, you see, some fruit. And I looked out of the window and I saw these growing on my tree. They've got peel on the outside and a core in the middle, and these particular ones are a golden colour. You know what they are, don't you? They're apples. I'll put these in this bowl here, then if I want to eat one later I can get them easily. And these two I could make into a nice pudding. Peel them, pick the cores out, and cook them, and pour custard over them. Lovely. But before I cook them, I have to put them into something. Something that's in this kitchen. I wonder what I can cook them in. The flower vase? No, I don't think so. How about the umbrella stand? No. Ah, that's better. A nice saucepan. I don't cook them in that. Did you notice how many things were in the umbrella stand? There was one umbrella and two sticks. 1, 2, 3. And one of the sticks has a funny curvy handle, doesn't it? That's a special stick used by people who look after sheep, people called shepherds. And the stick's called a crook. Got a funny crooked handle, isn't it? There was a crooked man who walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. That's a funny kind of pet to buy, isn't it? A crooked cat. Do you have a pet? Perhaps you have a pet cat or a pet dog, or maybe something smaller like a hamster or a gerbil or a guinea pig. Let's see if I can make a picture of a pet. Let's have a look at these shapes. I think I'll make a picture of a pet dog. Well, I know a dog has a tail which wags a lot, so we'll start with the tail. And 4 legs to run about on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course they have bodies. 2, 3 pieces, I think. And they have heads. What kind of head shall I give it? I know. How about that? I can put that there as well. Yes. Something missing. Legs, tail, body, head, ears. There we are. Raff, 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 raff. A dog. Perhaps at night, this dog sleeps in a kitchen just like this one, and like the one in which our story begins. An old woman lived there, but she didn't have much time to look after pets because she was always making cakes and buns. Once upon a time, there was a woman who decided to make some buns for tea. So she got some flour and some eggs and some milk and some butter, and she mixed them all together and patted the mixture into 3 buns. A big bun, a middle-sized bun, and a little bun. And then she put them in the oven to cook. And when they were a golden brown with lovely crunchy tops, she took them out of the oven and laid them on the doorstep to cool. I know my big son will like this big bun, she said. And I know my middle son will like this middle-sized bun. And I know my little son will like this little bun. And he'll gobble it up in 3 bites. Oh, crumbs, thought the little bun. I'd better get out of here quick. And so shouting, goodbye, buns, I'm not staying to be eaten, he rolled off the doorstep and away down the path. Now, the woman's cottage was at the top of a very steep hill. And once the bun started rolling, he found he couldn't stop. He just got faster and faster, bouncing from stone to stone. Move over here, little bun, said the cows in the field. We want to chew you. Oh, I don't want to stop, and I can't, so I won't, said the little bun. And he rolled on. Come here, bun, baaed the sheep in the meadow. We're hungry. I can't help that, said the little bun. I don't want to stop, and I can't, so I won't. And he rolled on. At the bottom of the hill was a river. Oh, what shall I do now? I want to stop, but I can't, said the little bun as he rolled nearer and nearer to the water's edge. Oh, what shall I do? How shall I cross the river? He yelled. If I get wet, I shall sink to the bottom. Quack, quack. Jump on my back, said a crafty duck. I'll take you across the river. You won't get wet that way. And she spread out her wings, and the bun rolled along the wings and onto the cunning duck's back. And she swam out into the river. I suppose you might just get splashed back there, said the duck. Why don't you jump on my head? You'll be well above the water then. And so the bun rolled up and onto her head, and the duck swam further into the middle of the river. I'm just a bit afraid you might topple off my head, she said. My beak is flat and wide. Why don't you sit on there? Oh, what a good idea, said the little bun, and he rolled onto her beak. And the duck swam further until she was almost across the river. Yes, I still don't think you're quite safe, said the duck. But don't worry, because I've thought of the perfect place for you. Oh, where? Said the little bun eagerly. In my tummy, said the duck, and she tossed back her head, and the bun flew up into the air, and as it came down, she opened her beak as wide as she could and swallowed it whole. And that was the end of the runaway bun. But, you know, I think it's just as well that the bun was eaten. I mean, buns are made to be eaten. It wouldn't do if there were lots of little buns rolling about all over the place, would it? You couldn't very well keep one as a pet, could you? A pet bun. But you wouldn't know what to feed it. Still, I think the bun was delicious. And the woman who cooked it was probably a very good cook. But she probably did an awful lot of cooking. So she must have had a lot of washing up. I wonder who did all that washing up. little duck had a big flat beak which he opened up so he could speak. Speak and beak. They sound alike, don't they? Those two words. I'll see if I can think of any more. Beak and speak. Weak. Beak, speak, squeak. Beak, squeak, leak, weak. The little duck's beak had sprung a leak, and all that he could do was squeak. He couldn't speak with a leaky beak, so he had to squeak for nearly a week. I must try and remember that. I shall have to be going now, but I'll see you again soon.